bro.
And as you see, we're testing all the new graphics and everything. Hello again, everybody. We will get into this thing proper by doing this. We are testing all new graphics and some new overlays. We'll give you a track info proper. We'll even give you a graphic at the bottom to tell you where we are and what we're doing. And we'll even give you a little bit of music. A happy Sunday, everybody. It's been a good day. The classic IndyCar series at a 400-miler at Fontana. The Colts won again. The Hoosiers won yesterday. The Oregon Ducks making fun of the Indy 500. Shame on them. And the president of the Speedway fired back with a retort roast. He became roasted duck after that. But hello again, everybody. I'm Gary Gatto. Welcome to P1's broadcasting presentation of the October Open Test of the lead up to December's PRI Hoosier 500 from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. As always, and he'll be joining me for a lot of the coverage leading up to the PRI Hoosier 500. This is Luis Gonzalez-Nunez. Lots of laps here for Luis. Welcome. Good to have you here, Luis. We are at Indianapolis.
Yeah, happy Sunday to everyone. Yeah, sure, very early actually. We are back early. This is super early because this race is gonna be on December. We already start to smell or feel again like a month of May, but in December. So
the month of December.
Excited. Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be really a bunch of stuff. It's gonna come in soon with open practice. This is open practice with everyone we want to enjoy today, but the real open practice is gonna be in December. You're gonna talk about later about that, but we're gonna see some people running, testing setups they wanna use for the qualifying, for race, all this stuff. So it's a lot of work. It's not just practice for a couple weeks and then go to the race. No, it's taking days and days and months to make the setup properly for that race. And it's going to be really, really excited because it's going to see a lot of names, big names, and repeat names like Brandon Traynor, Maleska, Seb Alexander, what else? Adam Blocker, and Marcos Brazil, one of the other ones. And many others who want to take the 33 cars in the grid. $63 days.
It keeps counting down, doesn't it? He's getting closer and closer and closer. And while we ride with Mark Murphy, here is the schedule leading up to the big month. And we need to get proper music here, so here we go. You ready? Here we go. Proper music. So we're going to get practice December 1st through the 5th, and it'll be splitting coverage between the Elite Racing Network and P1. Then qualifications December 6th and 7th over on the PRI channel. And we'll do shakedown Saturday, but then we'll actually, before we get there, final day of practice will be on EP1 on ERN, and then shakedown Saturday on P1, and then race day on PRI.
And next week we have talking about ERN and stuff, the Indy 500, the motorsport Indy 500.
This week. This week.
This
Hard to
week?
believe.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Because in North America, they started Sunday as a first day. Yeah, sure. You're right.
Riding with the Robbie Gordon cam over the left side pod of Mark Murphy, winner of one of the open races here during Open Indy 500 weekend. Ooh, and he smacks the wall. That's not what he wanted to do or have be seen. So he's going to roll out of this. But we will see different names that we normally have not seen before on the racetrack. One of those is Dominic Armstrong, as he's doing a bit of a weave down the front stretch. Some drivers getting a first feel of the IR18 this weekend. Sheridan Wade out on the course.
Wait, I assuming this is a open question. I assuming this race is gonna be before the iRacing make the update, or no?
Yes. I was talking with the 500 staff, and this is going to be in before any new changes to the car. So it shouldn't be a lot of these setups these drivers are going to be working on today, unless they're kind of rookies to the car. These are going to be well-massaged setups.
That's a good thing, because to have it, the setup ready, everything ready to go, and then update, everything changes. Oof, gonna be a garbage, all the stuff they did.
On the racetrack, Ryan Schuld, who we'll see in the Elite Racing Leagues, the Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series, the Rebelist Photography 14th, is it 14th or 15th? I keep forgetting. I think it's 15. The 15th running of the Indianapolis 500. Oof, that's not how he wanted to start his approach. He goes to pit road.
He's in the waiters.
Yeah, he's in the waiting room. We'll bring him in shortly and talk about the PRI Hoosier 500 and also his upcoming attempt here at the big race in the Elite Racing League coming up this Thursday at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time on the Elite Racing Network. Dane Pearson taking to the race course in one of the Prima liveries. Who knows? We might not see Prima next season on the grid.
Oh no!
Yeah, but they sat on the pole. Right in front of him is Seb Alexander. We expect to see Seb make it a run here at the PRI Hoosier 500 qualifying. And right in front of him, that is Ty Quilla. These are two regulars on our Thursday night top split action. We see here on P1, part of the IndyCar Oval Series on iRacing. Chad Simpson. He's out. And a day glow green and black car. Kind of looking very Jason Brophy-like a little bit. Let's go back to Quilla and Seb Alexander as they are now in a draft train down the front stretch. Here comes Seb to the inside, taking a shot on the one. And again, they're going to be practicing a lot of these moves. You won't see a lot of cars doing qual runs here. You're going to see a lot of cars maybe doing race runs, trying to massage these setups to work well under heated conditions as best to a real live fire exercise as they can get close to here. Here are your track temperatures. 76 on the ambient temperature, 116 on the track temp. I think Chad Simpson waiting to get involved here. I think you'll also bring into the picture, we will see probably Murph join this group as well. This is a bit of a technical alliance between teams. This is IAR This is Rogue Racing, and this is Satellite Racing. They're all part of the Rogue Satellite Connection, or the Rogue Satellite Alliance. There you go. Oh, car wrecking on the front stretch. Again, this is all practice conditions.
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing. Now, Ty Quilla, Ty gets a shout out because he won one of the fixed Indy 500s during fixed Indy 500. In fact, Rogue Racing won 3 of the 4 top splits and fixed setup weekend.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot for the team, actually.
His teammate, Al Clinworth, won 2 of the top 4, or 2 of the 4 top splits, and finished on the podium on the remainder of this time when he didn't win. So Rogue Racing on the fixed setup side of things has these 500 milers covered here at the Brickyard. And an IAR got another part of the technical alliance. We're going to go 3 wide like the start of the race, down the backstretch into 3. But IAR had one of the top split wins with Mark Murphy, beating out actually Satellite Racing's Matt Hollaball.
It is kind of tough. Sorry to say this, but it's really difficult in the iRacing to find it Indy 500 stand. So it's taking so long because it's not in the schedule anymore. So it's like nope, it's not like I cannot find anything about Indy 500. So unfortunately, we cannot talk about that today. But when I found it, the last winner. Maybe you covered the last winner of the open wheel for the PRI.
That should be all on their website, actually, I think.
Should be.
And everyone, check out. Make sure to check out the Hoosier500.com. TheHoosier500.com. And there you can find information about the big event, where to sign up, the rule book. In fact, a lot of those links are in the description. Let's go ahead and bring in Ryan Schuld into the booth. Here is Ryan Schuld joining us, one of the administrators and planners of this race. Welcome to the open test. We got some guys out here getting some early practice in. You got a couple of laps in. What do you think of it out there? So, wait a minute, he's already jumped out. Let me try to bring him down here again. Can I bring him in here? Can I bring him in here again?
There we go.
Nope. No, I cannot bring him in here. He is locked in. So let's bring him up into there. Nope, he's locked in. I cannot bring Ryan in here.
Let me... 1 second.
But we'll bring Murph in. I think we'll bring Murph here. And can we unmute Murph? No, we still got Murph muted.
Wait. Give me 1 second. There we go. There is Ryan.
And we got Murph and Ryan here now. So we got 2 guys in here that know each other for a little bit of open testing. Murph actually got you in action on the racetrack behind Chad Simpson. So if you need to go back into your channel to concentrate, we can get you right ahead. But we got Ryan Schuld here as well. Ryan, talk about the big race coming up.
I'll pull him over.
How we doing, guys?
Ryan, good to have you here, man. We already got some people showing up for the open test. How's it like out there?
It's definitely nice and challenging so far. We got a base queue set that my teammates are messing with already because we know that's where our challenge is going to be. Just trying to make it. I think we can compete if we make it, but that's going to be the daunting task. So we're messing with some stuff already.
What do you think it's going to take to get into this race? We're already seeing Murphy at a 2:29.8. You're at a 2:29.5. This is open test. I mean, we're going to have to crack that 2:30 barrier.
I'm thinking so, yeah. At least to be like way up there on the front, maybe even to make the race. So, got a couple teams that we've reached out to that are going to help us a little bit, just sharing testing notes and stuff. So that'll be good to give Chad, Colin, and Hunter a shot, and we'll see if any Little Eagle guys can make the show.
How much today, actually, could you use for actually going into the race on Thursday, speaking of Chad, and the Elite Racing League and the Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series, the 15th running of their Indy 500? Anything useful today, or is it just more about today trying out the open setups and see how they feel?
More trying the open setups for me and the guys, at least. I mean, I'm sure we're going to get out and do some pack running. It's always good to get those reps since the new update, everything's a little bit closer together. So, like Thursday will be the first Elite 500 since that update. So I'm sure it's beneficial in that regard, and we'll definitely give some group running a go here soon.
For people that want to learn more about the race, we kind of got some key information in the description, but anybody that wants to learn anything about this race, the history of it, to be a part of it, the rules, where to sign up, all that stuff, where do they need to go? Yeah,
everything's on the Hoosier500.com website. Right when you hit the website should be the story and like link to officially sign up for the race. How we got qualifying in a little under 2 months. But everything is going to be there or at the Hoosier500.com. And like our social pages on Twitter, Instagram, etc. And make sure you guys follow the P1 guys as well, because they've been a great help to us promoting everything. So it's been really good.
And before we let you get it back into testing, I know you got some big-time sponsors, a lot of partners. Do you want to talk about those? I mean, you want to definitely lead with the title sponsor of the big event. And PRI, I mean, a name in the community. Not just the community, but in the racing community at large. That's huge.
Yeah, I mean, this is not possible what we're doing without PRI, number one. I've got a buddy who works for PRI, and they kind of gave me the initial connection to get with Mike, their president, who loved the idea. He's a big community guy, and the whole point of this event is bringing the iRacing IndyCar community together, and he's been nothing but great with us. Cusick Motorsports as well. Watch going to the race winner. That's a 2024 Cusick Indy 500 team watch. That's going to be a really cool addition. And some other cool things that we've got working with them as well. So without those couple, it's certainly not possible. But even the smaller contributors, Visitor Watch Company, 4D Racewear for the pole award, they're going to be giving a pole and race winner ring away as well. So all the partners coming together is what's making this as cool as it is.
Yeah, I got a chance to take a look at those rings at the Sim Gaming Expo, and they are super, super cool. So some really cool prizes out there for not just getting the pole, but winning the race, and a whole bunch of stuff leading up to it. So we're looking forward to bringing all the action. Good luck out there on testing. Get some running done there with the teammates, and we'll see you later this week over on ERN. For the 15th running to the 500 there. Best of luck, and we'll catch you later. But we're looking forward to a big, big event here coming up here in December.
Yeah, sounds good, guys. One more thank you to you guys. This isn't possible without you guys either. So to you, Luis, Andrew, the whole team, thank you guys a lot.
And that is Ryan Schuld. We'll move him up into the community channel, I think. Nope, we can't. Ryan's got to move himself out of here.
I'll move myself at 30.
All right, there we go. Now joining us in the booth is Mark Murphy, who is on pit road. Mark, you're going to take a stab at this, we know, coming here in December. And you won one of the fixed, or actually open Indy 500, so you got to be feeling pretty good that there's no major update really reoccurring to these cars. So if the conditions are right and the traffic is about the same and everything, you might have yourself a little bit of a hot rod come here December.
Yeah, I mean, Gary, it's great to be up here in the booth. Thanks so much to Ryan and Tanner and everybody that puts this on. This is a crown jewel event for the community for sure. I'm just honored to have a chance to have a crack at it. As Ryan alluded, the challenge here isn't so much how the cars are going to race. It's making the show I think I was the slowest car in the race last year, and it took, and that was hard. Spending that last hour watching guys like Kevin Burrell and Seb Alexander take shot after shot after shot trying to knock you off the bubble. But we made it in the show, and had a quiet and uneventful race day, and brought it home in the top third. And really that's what you got to do at Indianapolis, is just be around at the end and try to put yourself in a position to win a race. And I feel like we've got a plenty capable race car. It's going to be making in the race is going to be the challenge.
And you're talking about the previous race, the old Open Wheels 500, which is part of the Hoosier 500 lineage now. Yeah, you talk about the challenge just to get in, and we kind of talked about this a little bit last week, Lewis and I, when we were watching the lead up to the Elite Racing League's Indy 500. That's a tough one to get into, but if you thought that one was tough to get into, it's really in another class by itself to get into the Hoosier 500 and the X Open Wheel 500. It's like another notch above. You really need to bring your qualification A game in order to make just the fastest 33 for that race. And then, just like the real 500, it's not just making the final 33 or the fastest 33. It's just getting through the race and making any headway in the race, because everyone is so evenly matched in cars that are basically unchanged for a couple years here, and setups that you guys have been massaging for years upon years upon years. There's very little tweaks that you can make to make them really go any faster. Everyone is just on top of one another.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, I think last year the whole field was separated by just a couple of hundredths of a second. I mean, we're talking about, you're talking about missing the line by an inch or two in any one of those 16 corners to make the show, missing the line by an inch or two and you're out. It's so difficult to get in. And then you're right. I mean, we know so much about these cars and so much about the setup here that there's just really not much to gain. I think the IR doc's been around for a couple of 3 years, and it's won a lot of races here. So, I feel really confident in the race setup. It's getting to the race that's going to be the issue for me. I'm not much of a qualifier anymore, so that's going to be the problem for me, is getting in the race. But once you're in the race, I feel like we've got plenty of a fast car to make noise, but it's getting there. And you're right. I mean, this race is harder than the official 500 because the official 500, there's guys that really only ever run that one race in this car, and you're looking at sometimes there's guys that just aren't as adept, and so they can go fast for the qualifying and they can get in the top 2 or 3 splits, but then they don't understand how to race the car, and it shows up. Here you're going against, if you make the race, you're going against 33, the absolute very best that the community can put together, and it's very difficult. Everybody here is a champion of an official variety. They've won their league. They've won some of the other special events. It's as stacked a field as you're going to find.
Yeah, and talking about that, and you mentioned something about the official 500s that we have in May. Entirely different ball game to make those. I mean, you qualify, just anybody can make them. You qualify, you're slotted in with other people that are roughly your qualification speed. Top splits really aren't determined by iRating until you get to those that haven't qualified, and then those are done by iRating. But you show up, you make the race. Just because you show up for the PRI Hoosier 500 to qualify doesn't make the race. There is no second split. There is no third split. There's over 65 people, on my understanding, that have already signed up. I think more than that now. So you need to bring your A game in order to qualify for the fastest 33 here.
Yeah, you're not gonna show up and make this race, and you're not gonna eke your way into it either. You're gonna have to put in real effort and real time, and you're gonna have to grind at it. And like I said, I love our race car. I mean, I absolutely love our race car, but it's a matter of getting to use it that's going to be the issue. And the thing that everybody wants, Gary, is that open wheels 500, that PRI Hoosier 500 logo on your car. Just having the contingency logos on your car from this race is a big deal in the community. And so, mine still, I still wear the logos from last year, and I hope I get to update those here in a couple of months.
All right, Murph, last question before we let you go. Right now, you're at the top of the charts. I've been begging someone to make me a graphic for no-toe speeds or a way to measure no-toe speeds. And whenever I ask somebody for that, they're like, why do you want that? And I'm like, this is why I want that, because we really would love to know what no-toe speeds are out there, because that's what you'll be turning for qualifying. Was that a no-toe speed, and how's the car feel? I mean, you said the car's pretty good. Was that a qual run for you?
It was a qualifying run. That was no-toe. That was a legit lap. I probably need to find... I'd have to go back and look. I think it was a 3... Oh golly! Now you're gonna make me look it up. It was a 3:20. You really need your first lap to be somewhere in the 2s. So there's some more speed that needs to be found, and that speed's probably in me. It's probably not in the car, but everybody's a little bit different. So what Rashad and Seb run is probably not what I run. Last year we showed up with 2 completely different setups, and I kind of diverged a little bit from Will Height, and Rashad and Seb went a different way, and just because your teammates doesn't mean the cars are the same. So I'm probably going to be looking for a little bit. I need a little bit more on turn in, and I need to back in and not skate so much late in the run. I need to find a way to save the right rear. So we got 2 months figured out. We'll do it, but I think I probably need to find another half a tenth somewhere to be comfortable.
All right, Murph, thanks a lot. We'll see you Monday night. Check the calendar here for the IndyCar Open Series. We are at... Where are we at? Oh, gosh. We're at Nords. So, yeah, you guys have watching Chad Simpson. Oh, losing it coming into pit road. Better get that out of the system here. But we're at Nords this Monday night for the IndyCar Open Series. Bit of an interesting race, so we will see you and Jacob Collins there.
I mean, that's a huge deal in the community too. That North Cliff, that Nürburgring race, everybody loves that race. So happy to call it. Happy to be a part of P1. Happy to help out Ryan and Tanner in any way that I can. Whatever they need for this race too. And don't forget, everybody out there watching, Jacob Oster's got a chance to win some more of my money. He won the P1 600. He's got a chance to get a $100 bonus if he can win this one here.
Clindy destroys his car on the attenuator coming to pit road. I don't know if we can chat out here. Clindy.
Man, that hurts when you do that. I'll try to see if I can't lay down a hot one while I'm in here, but it's everybody remember that too. Jacob Oster's got a chance to win some money, and this race pays really well too, which all the credit for that goes to Tanner and Ryan. I mean, they're awesome guys, and I'm happy that this race is in some really capable hands for sure.
All right, Murph, I don't know if we could drag you out of here, but you might have to move yourself out. But thanks for showing up here, and go throw us down another hot lap. See if you can get into the 230 bracket.
Well, I'm going to need about half a tenth, I think, but we'll see.
Well, talking about it's not going to get it done. Get it done.
Well, here we go. All
right, Mark. We'll catch you later. Well, I need a half tenth. Well, just do it. just do it.
So between talking about Mark Murphy, I found that the first 3 races from 19, because 21 wasn't, so 22, I had to find a 23, and last year they did too, or if they didn't, but for sure they did last year. So because I remember they did. So let me finish and at least these three though.
I think maybe they have. Do we have there? Yeah, there is open wheel, but I don't think. No, I don't see anything on Sim Racer Hub.
No.
Nope, I don't
But
see anything.
I
like
have
that.
that one.
All right, I know you.
Yeah, so-
I know you dig some stuff up. You have your ways.
Yes, sure. I know. The pole, the row 3. Sorry if I say something, the word bad, but that's the word. That's I think is sound in names. The front row was John Doggett, the third one, Wilson Neto, second, and Young Yu, I think so. It was the pole in 2019.
Okay.
The race won by Michael Costantini.
Oh, Michele Constantini. Michele Constantini, yes. And he actually, he might be in the booth. I don't know. I might have just said something I shouldn't have said. He might actually be in the booth with us for a race. I don't know yet. But Michele Constantini, he is part of the Ferrari esports team. So he is, yeah, he's a legend in the community.
Yeah, and Liam Quinn and Henry Bennett finished the podium that day, 19. In 2020, Constantini won the pole. Wilson Neto and Christophe Demerit follow in the grid. The race winning by Hugo Olson.
Oh, I remember
Adam
that one.
Blocker,
Yeah.
and Matt Kowalski. So it's Kowalski.
Now one of the I5G guys. Chad Simpson to the top of the chart with a 229.9, just shy of cracking into the 230s. We now see a 4-car train currently being led right now. That is Sheridan Wade leading that group. Then right behind him is Rashad Craig, part of that IAR squad. And then 2 little Eagle cars that we will see come as, here comes to the inside of Rashad. But 2 of the little Eagle cars we will see in the in the Elite Racing League's Indy 500 coming up this Thursday.
In 2022, Phil Kraus, Brandon Traino, and Demerit.
I've never heard of those guys. Not at all.
For sure. And winning by Hugo Olson, Adam Blocker, second, and Demerit and third in 2022. And in 24...
As 2023 was the dark times.
Yes.
Motorsports games took a year away from us. Thank you very much, IndyCar and Motorsports game.
Well, I found it at 24 because Race Sport TV have the result. So Phil Kraus won the race by 1/1200 of a second over the Robert Maleska, and the third one, Adam Blocker on third by 310 actually. And the pole, I have to go in here. Hamilton, Akabwesi, Hugo Olson on pole, Maleska second, and Hamilton, Akabwesi on third.
Hamilton winner last season of the Elite Racing League's Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series Indy 500. Not in the lineup this year, but he won it from 28th in a caution-free event. Only 2 drivers have won from 28th starting spot in IndyCar history, in the Indy 500 history. Louis Meyer and Ray Haroon, the first winner of the first Indy 500. Oof,
I
car on the
cannot
wall
find
in
it
the
at
backstretch.
21. I cannot find it at 21. Oh, I cannot find it at 21 because don't know. But yeah, that's the 3 race. The race because, like you said, 23, the blackout. So, yep.
big run by Rashad. He backs out of it going into one. I think he's playing.
Cars.
Oh, car off. Oh, wow. There was a car sideways, towed just in time on the reset in the south short chute. It was like, oh my God. Again, we're watching things we normally don't see here in practice. That's Cameron Dance on the backstretch coming up the speed. Cameron had a bit of a rough race a little while ago in the Classic IndyCar Series. They had a 400-miler at Fontana, and unfortunately he was taken out in an early incident, and he was second in the points. Thomas Mustanen clinched the championship with 2 races to go.
Nice.
Because of that. And a great finish. Go back up front here, check out Rashad. Right now, your top 10 speeds on the race course. Chad Simpson at 29.9, Murphy at 29.8. Schuld and Wade in the 29s as well, 29.5, 29.4. Casey Povolonis in a 29.1. Ty Quilla, last car in the 29 bracket. He's in 6th. Then Colin Heil, Pearson, Armstrong, and Alexander. 227s there at 223, and Seb Alexander to 222. We saw Seb out there for a while. Makes me think Seb was doing more race setup than qual setup. Whoa, car. Oh my gosh. As we are good for another 20 minutes or so here for our hour-long coverage of the Open Test. Thanks for joining us. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Of course, the track record here at Indianapolis, the unofficial lap record set in 96 on Fast Friday by Arie Luyendyk, a speed of 239.2. We've never turned an unofficial lap that I know of in the 240s. The only 240 lap ever turned officially in IndyCar was done at Fontana, and that was Gilles de Ferran in the World Closed Course speed record at that track. Rest in peace. The single lap record here at Indianapolis under qualifying conditions, 237.4 by Arie Luyendyk on a second day attempt. That's the key thing of all these stats. A lot of Arie Luyendyk's records either unofficial or second day attempts, because his first attempt got nullified because his car did not meet spec weight. It was not qualified, did not, and they removed, disqualified it because it didn't meet weight. So he had to requalify on day 2, and that's when we had that weird second day group of qualifying, and if you qualify at day 2, you couldn't qualify for the pole. So in that case, we have the track record, and then we have the pole record, and the pole record is held by... Anyone know the pole record?
Aye.
Pole record is held by McLaughlin when he qualified for the pole in 2024. And the
it's really surprised with that car is still fast. Actually, long time ago the car is more faster than now, for sure.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that the track record was turned by a car that was a 95 Renard in 96. And so the track record is held by a car that is this year 30 years old.
More slow. Yeah. I know.
Hard to believe, yeah. And those cars
It
look like
crazy.
little rocket ships. So those cars back then, they look like little darts, little rocket ships. That's kind of what they look like. Yeah.
Without buttons, without stuff, it just turned it one sign on the wheel, and that's it.
Yeah.
You don't need to even touch nothing. It's just a radio, couple buttons over there.
Yeah, that's about
here,
it.
and that's it.
So the pole record is a 234.2, and that was set in 2024 by Scott McLaughlin. Your 4-lap average is 236.9. Arie Luyendyk on second day of quals. Your pole record is Scott McLaughlin in 2024. Your race lap the fastest ever race lap. It's Eddie Cheever in 96, a 2:36.1. And your fastest ever 500 is Elio Castroneves in 2021 when he won his fourth 500. Let's bring up Tanner Watkins, and we'll bring him into the booth here. Tanner, we're talking about track records and speed records here at the Speedway. Probably we're not going to see any of those fall here in the sim, but Chad Simpson just cracks into the 230s with a 230.2. Talk about the leading up to this race, the planning, all the work you've done. Number of entrants we have already. We got 65 plus people already signed up. I don't know what the current count is, but what's the lead up to this race like? We're running out of time. We're only got 60 days left or so.
Yeah, no, just wanted to say first and foremost, thank you, Gary, Luis, for joining us tonight, doing a fun little Sunday night open test coverage here. Yeah, I can update that number. We're up over 80 now for entries towards this year's race, and that's really exciting for us. I think we're off to the fastest start in terms of entries in the bank that we've had in the history of the race. We're really trying to get north of 100 again like we did the first couple of years. So off to a great start. Obviously, a lot of work has gone in over the last 10 months or so since Ryan and I stepped back into the driver's seat, so to speak, after Arjuna did a great job kind of shepherding us through what was a challenging period. I mean, I know you guys already talked about kind of the dark year in 2023 and losing the license and the ability to broadcast and all those things. He did a great job with this race and making sure that we were still in a good spot by the end of last year's event and moving into 2025. So we've got a lot of awesome things coming. I know Luis was looking up a lot of the stats and whatnot and trying to piece together some of the history. I'll have a really nice comprehensive hybrid media guide and event program that comes out in late November. That's really going to have the comprehensive record of the Hoosier 500, all of our records, driver histories, things like that. It'll all be in there. So that's something that we're pretty proud of that isn't quite ready for public use just yet, but it's just around the corner, and I think you'll like that a lot as well.
80 people signed up already. So the last time that in the real Indy 500 had over 100 entries was way back in 1982. So to see entries, how do you get people to sign up for an event and say 2/3 of you are going home though? But that just tells you how tough it's going to be to qualify for this race. We were talking about how tough it was with Mark, and we talked about it with Ryan that are actually going to take stabs at this. And we talked about how tough it was to get into the elite racing leagues, Indy 500, where we had to turn away 15 people there. Again, if you didn't bring your A game for the elite racing league, you were going to be sent home. But really, there's another notch that's above every other league. And even the officials, when you come for the PRI Hoosier 500, it's another notch. You really need to have all of your ducks in a row for this race, don't you?
Yeah, I mean that's exactly it, and obviously, as you mentioned, in a scenario where 2/3 or more of the entrants won't make the race, then it's really on us to provide a great experience leading up to that point, and that's what we try to do. We try to ensure that when you land on the entry list and practice opens on opening day on December 1st, from that point all the way through qualifications weekend, we want you to feel like you're part of a big event, and subsequently we want it to feel like a significant accomplishment just to make the race. So if you do make it through the 2 days of qualifying and you're one of those 33 drivers, or even if you're one of the top 36 and you're listed as one of the first couple or three alternates, that's a big deal too. And so we try to put a lot into the coverage of the event. We're trying to give each driver, each day their little time in the spotlight. We do a lot of top 10 highlights and recaps of the day of practice at the end, each day's conclusion. So just trying to bring all those elements together to really make it feel like a big race, and that our efforts match the efforts of the drivers and the teams and all the prep that they're putting in to make what is obviously a very highly competitive race. It's on us to sort of deliver that experience, and we're really excited to do that again in 2025.
Sponsors, a lot of partners, a lot of people you've been working on to make this even a bigger event. We had Ryan here. Of course, we talked about PRI, but we got Hoosier Motorsports. We have the Visitor Watch Company. We have 4D Racewear involved. All of these oil and gas safety and supply that you got out there that is going to be sponsoring today at the 500. I mean, all these sponsors. Talk about them for will you, and what, how excited they are to be on board for this really kind of one in a type event for the community and for iRacing in December.
Yeah, it's certainly a long list, and it's taken a bunch of really great partners to elevate the event to where it is right now. Obviously, PRI is the landmark one that leads the way. The support that we've gotten from Mike Good, the president at PRI, Jim Liao, the general manager over there, and JP, their director of business development now. We knew it would be a good partnership. We weren't quite sure to the extent that they would be excited, about promoting the event past what we had already agreed upon, which was running the event on their social media channels with, nearly a 700,000 person cumulative subscriber base, which will be awesome to work with for race day and primetime qualifications. But past that, we were kind of just happy with whatever they wanted to do from their end. And ever since then, they've been fantastic. We're going to have some signage at the PRI show. We're going to have potentially a little display with integrating Visitor Watch Company, who you already mentioned previously, and the cool stuff that Phil's doing there, with a bespoke watch that will be given to Mike Good, the PRI president, this year. But that'll also serve as our intentions are that watch will become part of the winners box of goodies that they get starting in 2026. So Visitor has been awesome. PRI has led the way, and we feel really good about the direction we're heading and keeping them in the fold for years to come. Cusick Morgan Motorsports, you mentioned as well. To get Cusick on board and Don's support has been awesome, and he's been really a day one partner from the beginning. I could run down the list of Swift Penguin Creations, who's joining us for qualifications. Screenmobile doing Rookie of the Year. Max Pappas Innovations is going to provide a nearly $300 retail steering wheel to the winner as well. I mean, there's just so many great people that have come along in the last 10 months or so to make it unique, and it's them that really help fuel all this. Ryan and I are kind of the ones shepherding it all and herding the cats in a way, but without the support from these awesome partners, it obviously wouldn't reach this level. So very thankful for them, and again, it's just the beginning. We're really starting to hit our stride as we move into December, and I think once we get this year's event back under our belts, I haven't done this since 2020, so a lot's changed since then, and I'll feel a lot better for 2026 once we get through this year's race. But we're just really excited also to have, again, P1 and the Elite Racing Network on, and the significant coverage that you guys are going to provide. It really helps build this into a special event.
Well, it's going to be a part of it. Thanks for thinking of us, and we are just really looking forward to December. It's already going to be a packed month, but it's going to be even more packed now with a lot of excitement in the community. Any other final shout-outs? Anybody you want to say hi to before we let you go? Loved ones, sponsors, anyone else that you want to mention while we have you here? I know we're not going to have you on a lot in the booth, but while we got you here, let's maximize that coverage time, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. No, nobody in particular to shout out. Just really excited about the prep and the work that we put into this point. I will shout out Ryan. He's jumped in and kind of fulfilled our original plan. Before I sold Up on Wheels in 2021, Ryan was supposed to join me and start help running this race back in 21, and obviously things changed a little bit, and we delayed those plans for a little while, but he's come in and done exactly what this event needed to help elevate it. He's the one that made the PRI partnership happen. The same with Cusick Motorsports and Visitor Watch Company. I mean, he's brought in the high level partners that have made a difference for this event. Very thankful for that. And I think this is, again, just the beginning of kind of building out what we want this event to be. And that's the highest level of open wheel sim racing that you can find. The most prestigious 500-mile race on iRacing. And as we say, the world's greatest sim race. So just pumped for what we've got coming down the line. For anybody who wants to hang around and watch a little bit more open tests, after P1's all wrapped up here, we're going to do a little trial run on the Hoosier 500 YouTube. I can guarantee it won't be as polished as Gary does.
I don't know about that.
But we'll give it a run, and for all the on-track activity that's not covered by P1, ERN, or the PRI social channels in December, we'll have that on the Hoosier 500 YouTube in some sort of live streaming capacity in December for anybody that wants to watch. So we're proud to announce that every second of on-track activity will be covered in some shape or form when we get to December. So that's pretty cool, and just kind of adds into our overall aim to make this the most covered event, the one that gets the most attention in our iRacing IndyCar community, and make it stand out as a crown jewel.
All right, Tanner, we'll let you get to work. Your coverage over on the Hoosier 500 YouTube channel, and you can find all those links at on the 500, the Hoosier500.com. All the links you should be able to find there. Check them out, and we'll let you get started, and coverage will start there in about 5 minutes or so.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate, again, all that you do, and we'll chat again soon.
You got it. That is Tanner Watkins, one of the head cheeses here for the Hoosier 500, former Open Wheels 500. Lewis, we got a couple minutes left here in practice. Currently watching Victor Masami in a snake-bitten livery here. He's in one of the Newman Haas's liveries that we saw lead a lot of laps here, but never get any wins.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of people came today, to be honest. I count 26. It doesn't matter if it's for 1 lap or 2 laps, but there's a lot of people making laps, especially the Cameron Dance is over there making laps and laps. They have 9 laps in his current stint. What else is in back? Oh, this with Milan and Brett in there, just around. But yeah, it's gonna be a good. Actually, you know what? Everyone is gonna start to talking about this race, because before we don't know. Well, we know the well. I didn't know until I started involved in the community about this is the big race on December or whatever. But always we talking about May, because May is a Indy 500 reel, and then the Fixed, the Open. And then now with all this sponsor, all this coverage, and all these people involved in this, they're gonna start to talking about. They're gonna start talking about hey, if we did it in this race, we can do it on December, and we have to prepare better for the next year. It's not just I have 2 months to prepare my car. No, it's gonna be like after May. Take a race for sure after 1 month is completed for Indy 500, and starting June, July, August to start to make our car all set up for that race for sure. Just bring it cross. You don't have a new update for the car in between August to December, but if it's nothing happen, it could be good to go. So it's like a good approach for that. So I think it's good to have an open practice for everyone. It doesn't matter who, but for everyone to catch, understand what is going to happen. To be honest, the track temperature on the track, is still in the 116. It's not even move a grade or whatever. So it's still over there. So it's pretty good approach. Because normally in iRacing, when you see the official series, it's always in 125, 120, 30 sometimes going down. It is a mix of stuff. So, but there also too is a little disadvantage because you make the first practice and you think, oh, the car is good, and then when you going for the real practice, for the official practice, and the temperature is gonna be up and down, it's like a mixed stuff, and the car is different stuff. It's really kind of loose or maybe slow. Depend the wind that they have at the track. Depend of the It depends a lot of things. So and how dirty is gonna be the track also too. It's depend how they're gonna make the setup. The stuff in the track. So it's gonna be really good. Actually, it's a lot of talk, but it's gonna be on the PRI channel.
All right, so let's get some last bit of sponsor reads here. So don't forget, in December, P1 Broadcasting and the Elite Racing Network are going to be your primetime home for Today at the 500, sponsored by Oil and Gas Safety Supply, your nightly destination for all the action leading up to the prestigious PRI Hoosier 500. Those will be from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern time, so that will be basically happy hour at the Speedway. So the last kiss of the bricks is going to start right on ERN. We'll bring you up the schedule one more time here. There it is. December 1st through 5th. So the countdown is on. We are definitely counting down those days. So pucker up. Don't miss a second of the action. Like, share, and subscribe to stay locked in. You want to subscribe to this channel, then you want to hop on over to the Elite Racing Network. Subscribe to their channel. Qualifications are going to be December 6th and 7th on PRI. Then December 8th, practice on ERN. Final shakedown will be on Saturday, December 13th over on P1. And then race day will be on the PRI channel, and that will be led by Arjuna Kankapati, and I will be able to join him for the very first time, and I'm looking very forward to that. He is the GOAT of IndyCar announcing for the community. So to get a chance to stand next to him just for one race is a big deal for me. So I'll be looking forward to that. That'll be me and him and a driver expert. We're not quite sure who that's going to be quite yet, but that will all be on December 14th, 11 a.m. Eastern time on the start time there, just like the 500 used to be back in the day. And I think that's going to really wrap it up for us. We're going to have everyone, you want to flip on over to the Hoosier 500 YouTube channel. So the first thing you want to do in the description, and it should be in the description, and if not, refresh, and you'll probably find it. To learn more about the PRI Hoosier 500, go to thehoosier500.com. We'll go there, and then they will have a social media link to their YouTube channel, and you can watch as Tanner goes through the learning curve that I had to go through to learn how to do all this stuff. But before we wrap up, let's can we do something here? Yes, let's do this, and I think this will work. Yeah, Chad Simpson, and it's not the final results, it's just my overlay how it works. Chad Simpson's going to be the fastest in practice, cracking the 2:30 envelope. Mark Murphy second, Ryan Schuld in third, Sheridan Wade fourth, Casey Povolonis in fifth, Tyquilla sixth, Colin Heil in seventh, Shane Pearson in eighth, Victor Masami in ninth, and Kurt Frank, or that's Frankie. Either way, apologies, Kurt. Sorry, didn't mean to butcher your name. Chad Simpson goes faster late in the session here, 2:30.3. Boy, he's putting down an early bid to wanting to make the field, but not just make the field, make the pole right now. Remember, the pole's going to pay you some prizes, so you want to get the pole. But those are your test results, at least for this hour. Any final thoughts you got, Lewis, before we sign on out of here?
Yeah, not much. I think it's just tasting stuff. To be honest, it's open practice to do. Maybe one of the guys stay on the pits and the other one start to tell you, oh, I think so, it's too high, too low. We can do this, we can do that. It's just adjust and stuff. It's really as a mix the stuff a lot. I don't know. It's a lot of things you have to take in consideration. For example, now Marco Brasil is connected in the lobby now. So it's gonna be one of the guys.
He likes
keep
speed.
An eye.
Yes, he likes speed. Yeah, he definitely likes speed.
You know what? He is a good guy to make I don't want to say nothing against him, but he always have a good run in the first stints, like it started to 0 to almost gone, and then the tide is gone. So he like a lot of speed on the car. So let's see. I hope it getting better for him. The guy is pretty nice in the track. So going to just go to the link is in the description. I already put it actually in the chat.
Good.
In there. So 8 to 7, 7 to 8, but 8 p.m. we have
Votive.
Las Vegas.
Yeah, Votive Indy Oval Series at Lost Wages. And Clindy, who we just saw briefly, is looking to maybe close out the championship there. But that's at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Let's get on out of here.
Sure.
That's it for us tonight, at least for this hour. Once again, your fastest three from this portion of the Open Test. Chad Simpson at the top of the charts. Mark Murphy, his associative technical teammate, in second. Ryan Schuld with the Little Eagle effort lining up in third. Here's one of the Little Eagle cars. We'll go out on a high notes on one of the Andretti liveries here. Victor Masami here, 10th in the order. But you want to join us next Monday, December 1st on the Elite Racing Network when we kick off day one of practice leading up to qualifications for the prestigious PRI Hoosier 500. Coverage begins around 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, that's 8:00 p.m. Eastern. Remember, as always, for the correct broadcast time in your area, you can find everything right here at YouTube at youtube.com/@P1 Broadcasting, or just keyword search the Elite Racing Network. Hey, if you're new, well, let's talk about this here. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not easy, so please help support P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know your thoughts on tonight's event. And if you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. If you're new, click subscribe. And while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so don't miss out on more of P1's other iRacing programming, including immediately following our coverage here at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Join us when we bring you the latest round of the Votive Indy Oval Series. If you visit Las Vegas, don't go anywhere. The stream will redirect you immediately following its conclusion. Or just head on over to the Hoosier 500 YouTube channel and pick up practice over there. Track cams for this race, well, they were provided by, part was provided by Whiplash, and parts were provided by custom set by Tanner Watkins. So thank him on that one as well. For business inquiries to learn more about P1 and what we do, like us on Facebook. You can follow us on X, Instagram. All the links to our social media are also on Linktree. Check us out there. For more information on the PRI Hoosier 500, go to thehoosier500.com. All the links you need are in the description. So, for Luis Gonzalez Nunez, everyone here at P1, PRI, the Hoosier 500, let's see, Cusack Motorsports. Let's see, we also got the Vision Watch Company. Everybody that's been a part of this presentation, I'm Gary Gazzo saying to all, good night and thanks for watching. And all our men and women serving in the military and its first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again right here December 1st when practice commences for the last great IndyCar race of the year, the PRI Hoosier 500, right here on PRI, right here on P1, and right here on ERN. Good night, everybody.